welcome to another segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today, I want to talk on a topic called "Is Love Enough for Nigerian Men?" Some ladies are of the speculation that Nigerian men are not good lovers. Some point fingers on us, saying we are mean, harsh, hard, and all other horrible things. Like yes, say. But the bottom truth is that no one would love you the way a Nigerian man would love a lady. Now, this is very difficult for a lot of you to understand. I get because those of you who are busy, chasing men young, half your age, is something you really can grasp because you would really miss out on what it's like for a Nigerian man to truly love a lady. Now, there are two things you need to know when a Nigerian man loves you genuinely. The first one is that Nigerian man, when he loves you, he would always be there for you. Nigerian men are good burden bearers. It is only a Nigerian man you will see dating a lady, train that lady in the university, and help her open, like set her up. You will only see that with a Nigerian man. You will see a Nigerian man who is in fact dating a lady, and dating a lady is also training the siblings of that lady in school. And that's typical of Nigerian men. Basically, Nigerian men don't shy away for problems. So when a Nigerian man genuinely loves you, he will be there for you come what may. And then another thing about Nigerian men when they love you is that Nigerian man will definitely spoil you. Now, when I mean spoil you, I don't mean he's going to make you corrupt or bad or kaput. No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, Nigerian men would see to it that you're fine according to their financial strength. Most especially if, they want to make you feel more important. A lot of them will go out of their way, to try to make you feel very, very important. But today, most of you don't know what's like, to being taken out by for a date by a Nigerian man. A lot of you don't know what it's like to, go out to the Nigerian man and he buys you ice cream. The truth is that you are basically doing all of these things to the point some of you even dress up in Santa Claus costume during Xmas just to please that young man you met online. Anyways, before I digress from the topic still um, is love enough for Nigerian men? So there are a lot of ladies who believe that because a man loves you, it's some kind of leverage for you to misbehave or to do nonsense. Because if he loves you, he's gonna tolerate every nonsense you bring to the table. Yeah, this could work for men in your country, but a lot of Nigerians will not tolerate nonsense. Trust me when I say this. This is one of the reasons I say love is not just the be all and end all for most Nigerian men. Now, there are Nigerian men who, would tolerate the nonsense, but an average Nigerian man is not the be all and end all for most Nigerian men. So brings me to the question: why is love not enough for Nigerian men? Why is love basically not enough for Nigerian men? Well, the first thing is that Nigerian men are very calculative. When it comes to selecting a partner, no one is as calculative as a Nigerian man. A Nigerian man, aside loving you and looking at what you bring to the table, he would check if you would be in the marriage. He's calculating if you can be productive, if you can be what do you call it, a homemaker. Basically, a lot of things goes on his big brain trying to figure you out. This means you might be good to date, but not good to end up with. So put that at the back of your head. Another thing Nigerian men look at for, before or during love is compatibility. This is very important for Nigerian men. A lot check your religion, see if it matches with that. Some look at the cultural compatibility. A lot of them check if your core values to life is basically compatible or similar or related to that. This is why, no matter how beautiful, intelligent you are, Nigerian men would always, in most cases, prefer Nigerian women back home as first choice. That's why Nigerian men would always prefer Nigerian women as first choice, except otherwise. Another thing Nigerian men look at is family background. Family background is very important for most Nigerians. Of course, not all, but when making a decision on a partner, a lot of Nigerians want to know what kind of family you are coming out for. Because in Nigeria, the strive is to have a perfect functional family with a structure. So if you come from a dysfunctional family, uh, except this man loves you very well, he could leave you for the fact that you're coming from a very dysfunctional family. Uh, except he loves you, then he could basically like overlook certain things. In fact, in the Igbo tradition, before marriage is completed or during marital rites, families usually go and inquire or check the background in which the groom or the bride is coming from. It is basically called Ijuajuju. As you can see in letter C, that says this stage is where the Iju essay or Iju Ajuju, which is the discovery of family background, begins. Meaning, if you guys have, some congenital illness, there's some kind of illness or disease or genetic defect that passes through your family, if people in your family don't live long, if everyone in your family is divorced or something is not right, or there's this thing that happens regularly in your family, this family that is trying to come marry from your family, they would investigate and see if, okay, this should go on or not. Aside other things, maybe you're coming from a family of thieves, a family of criminals. Maybe your father worked with Pablo Escobar, stuff like that. They would want to like make inquiries to see that, okay, if their daughter is marrying into a responsible family, or if their son is actually marrying a lady who is coming from a responsible family. This is why you see a lot of Nigerians and Africans, struggling to have a functional and structural family. It is very important for us to see to it that we have a very functional family, very optimal. In Nigeria, Now, another thing they would look out for, while in love with you, is to see if you're the ideal wife material. In Nigeria, we have a term we call the wife material. You would hear some Nigerians when they're trying to describe a lady they just met, you're like, oh man, she's a wife material, full yachts, 100 yachts, wife material. Now, what does wife material basically mean? In the Nigerian parlance, a wife material can be defined as an ideal woman that fits the requirement to be your life partner and mother of your future children. Take notes. Mother of your future children. So those of you who you're talking to a guy who hasn't had a child, who never been married before, and you know you can't give him children, and he's telling you, oh, children are not important for me, we'll adopt and all of that. Better don't believe that guy. Now, what I mean is that a Nigerian man could date you, he could club with you, he could party with you, both of you could smoke, get high, get drunk, you could do things, you could live wild like Bonnie and Clyde. You could, along the way, you could even get pregnant for him and have kids. If he doesn't see you as a wife material, he would never end up with you. And that is the case. That is why a lot of you get surprised when you see, this Nigerian man you've done everything with, you find on Facebook that he has traveled to Nigeria to go marry one lovely Ada or Kike or Hawa. You see it on your Facebook and then you start raining curses on him. I said, my dear sister, your curses will not work. It won't go anywhere. The truth is, there are a lot of you who are only good to date. A lot of you, you're just there to date. A lot of Nigerian men use you to clock dating experience. They come to you to get dating experience. It's like they use it for dating apprenticeship. They come date, what it's like to date, and then when they're ready to go get a partner, they just leave you, and then they go get a perfect now wife material. Now, what does it take to be a wife material? I will tell you. Now, here is a list of certain things that so many Nigerian men have put together of what it takes to be a wife material. The first one is you're not materialistic. So Nigerian men are very particular of being with a lady that in case what happens if their finances goes dry, would a lady leave the marriage or leave the home? So they want to know that, okay, this lady is not all about money. She's not materialistic. She would manage whatever thing you give to her. They want to know that this lady would tolerate them sometimes. They also want to know that this lady has a good relationship with the family, especially those of you who are dating Nigeria and your team us against the world. You're dating a Nigerian man and you're not in good terms with his family, you're not communicating with his family, and you think it is us against the world and all of these things would work very well. You must be really, really joking. Nigerian men enjoy women that are good listeners, women who want to hear them talk about their plans, their struggles, and all of that. Nigerian men want their partner to be their biggest cheerleader, not one who brings them down, by insulting them. And most importantly, I've always said this: respect. Respect is very, very important in the Nigerian culture. And then a lady who vibes with the friend. Now, what the mean vibe with the friend is that the Nigerian man's friend, whenever they come around or whenever he is with his friend, this lady gives them, she has this good rapport, or she doesn't see them and isolate them or blank them or snub them or all of this. So this is very, very important. This are some lists some people uh dropped out of there, basically, you know, to see what a lot of Nigerian men feel it takes to be qualified as a wife material. Now, in reality, Nigerian men believe in love more than a lot of you think, and Nigerian men are very good lovers. But we don't just love you because you think you are hot, or you've studied and had 15 degrees from different universities, or you're the Secretary General of United Nations. There are other things aside of all of this that Nigerian men, they basically look out for. Nigerian men, in most cases, they don't care about all of this. Nigerian men are interested in having women who, they can actually build a family with. So that is why also you see a lot of Nigerian men, they are very hardworking. They struggle, to make ends meet, because most Nigerian men understand the fact that it is their primary duty to provide. So they are also struggling because they know that in the absence of fulfilling their primary duties in providing, uh, most women will not just love them because they love them. A lot would expect them, even to the bare minimum, to meet or fulfill their primary duty. And that's why you see a lot of Nigerians are very hardworking and hustling, especially the guys also scamming you. Those guys are also hustling. They're hustling to feed their family behind the screen. You are basically not seeing. So it's very important for you to understand this. In conclusion, I would like you not to think that your beauty or your body, or everything you've acquired is enough to keep a Nigerian man. Even if you've got four boobs in front of you and you have a spare buttocks at the back of your head, that's not enough, to keep a Nigerian man. If he doesn't want to stay, if he doesn't find you to be ideal for him, he would go. It's as simple as that. You need to remember something, is that you are like a barracks, and the barracks, you have soldiers coming and you have soldiers going. And if a Nigerian man does not find any reason to be with you because he doesn't think you would give him what he wants, as I said, Nigerian men look into the future, then you could have a problem. So basically, when you are with a Nigerian, it is not always about now, it is also about the future. If he is coming to you, you don't want to have kids again, you can't have kids, he hasn't had kids, and he's telling you, oh, don't worry, I love you, I don't mind about kids, we'll divorce. This is now. Look, in 5 years, 6 years' time, the story will change. And you can't tell him, oh, you told me 5 years ago. He's going to look you and tell you, people change. The only thing constant is change. So, guys, I would like to say a very big thank you. Thank you for listening to this video. As always, if you got questions, you can write me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. It is, I'd like to say, Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.